first met Trisha in 2001, then my name's pronounced Mariana. But if you meet me in America, people here call me Mariana.
Mariana.
So we're both ways. But through Trisha, I think most people that I've met through Trisha will say Mariana, but you can say it however you want.
What
I
did
answer.
I say? Did I say Anna or Anna?
Anna.
Okay.
So because
What do you prefer? Do you prefer Anna or Anna?
It doesn't make any difference. I sort of know where I met people by how they say my name.
Okay. It's also kind of a north and south, because they're up in there in the north, they say aunts and we say aunts. So.
Yeah, I say aunts too, but I learned how to talk in Georgia. So I spent 6 years there. So I've got a little of everything. So anyway, just a quick little background. I met Trisha in 2001. My family was in Ukraine as medical missionaries. We'd been there a couple of months, and then 9/11 happened. And Trisha was a flight attendant at the time and was engaged to someone we had just met in Ukraine. We were in ministry with his family. And so she came over as soon as she could get on a flight, and she married Matt there. And her mom could not get her passport or something in time to be at the wedding. So I was the stand-in mom. Like,
Yes.
it was really funny. I was like, I don't know you, but I'll be mom. Okay. So I guess she got started with her business in December, and she asked my daughter to do a party. So Jeannie did a party. I used Jeannie's 60% off for the cooking blender and thought, that's a pretty nice little deal. And Trisha started asking for people to be guinea pigs for a 15-minute messenger party. And I thought, I could probably do that. Bless her heart, she's just asking so many people, and I should just do it for her. So I said, okay, Trisha, I'll be that guinea pig. So she sent me what to do and had a 15-minute party, and we did over $1,000 and booked somebody for like 3 weeks down the road. And Trisha and I sort of talked about getting involved in the business, and I really wasn't interested in building a business. Quite honestly, we're quite busy with what we do. And so we left for Alabama to do some missions conferences. They got canceled because of COVID, and we came back. And it was like a week before this party that was being booked out of what I had done. And Trisha said, what we had talked about, if I was going to get in, I needed to get in time to do that party. So I did, got in, had the party. She did very well. And as soon as her party ended, she signed up like hours later because there were bookings out of her party, and she just started going. And I thought, wow, this must be just normal, kind of a natural thing. I have a party, book somebody, she signs up, she has a party, whatever. So the next thing we knew, we were kind of moving along more quickly than I knew what to do with. Trisha, thankfully, knew what was happening. The interesting part, guys, was that when I didn't say I was going to get in right away, there was like 2 or 3 weeks there from the time that I had the party and before I was going to sign up, and I wanted to get in for 1980. There was zero panic on Trisha's end. She didn't beg me to get in. She didn't do anything. She just answered my questions. We talked about family and then whatever, but I knew she wasn't trying to get me in because she needed somebody in. She was looking at whatever it was that I wanted. That's just kind of a mental note to don't look desperate. So I thought, well, okay, for $19.80, I can get in and have a party every once in a while, make a little money now and then. That could just be kind of play money, and it would be fun. We've got 5 grandchildren, so it would be an interesting thing to have like spare cash to play with them. So one thing I would say is that it's really helpful when you're brand new to just say I'm new and to say help me launch, and you can use that while you're new, and people want to help you. I had lots of friends that were willing to step out. So then I had a friend call me, and she said her son broke her covered baker. Could she order one for me? And I said, well, yeah, you can do that, or you could host a party 3 days from now and just get it for free. And she said, oh, okay. Well, she had like a $2,500 party. I was just like shocked, and had all these people that came out of that wanted things. And one of them was Tiffany, who is one of my recruits. She said I was the first person that ever asked her to host a party, and she goes to them all the time. So ask people at these parties to host a party. Because she's just like magic. So I don't know why everybody hasn't asked her to host a party. So I was getting her party all set up, and I was talking to her, didn't know her. And I had just posted something about this rebate the next month if you signed up. And she said, I think I should just get a kit and just do this myself and get my money back. It's like, sure, go ahead. However you want to do this. So she did. She now has a couple people under her, and it kind of grew faster than I was expecting. It wasn't like where you had to panic about things and work real hard at making things happen. Basically, what I did was whatever Trisha asked me to do, and I checked in at everything that Melody had online. I was there, and whenever Misty came on live, I was there, and I just was trying to learn what to do. And even though I thought, I think I've got a few things that would be a better thing, or it might work more easily if I did it like this. I just had made up in my mind, I'm going to do exactly what Trisha says, because she's been in this and I haven't. So we'll just see how that works. And it works. So listen to your upline, even though you think you might have a better idea. For me, I became a director in 2 months. We're missionaries to Ukraine, so any income would be helpful to us at this point. With COVID hitting, we were pretty sure that donors might drop off a little bit. And so having something that I could create and help bring in some money would be helpful, but I really didn't expect to bring in all that much. We were debt-free, because you don't go on the mission field in debt. So having to pay off debts wasn't anything that I was worried about. We just didn't have anything extra to do anything with. So I was shocked. The first check comes in, after one party, and then 2 weeks later, you've had several more parties. And so it's a little bit bigger and then a little bit bigger. And then I almost fainted when I saw the check that I got. And I was like, this is crazy. It must just happen once. And then the next check came, and I just looked at my husband and said, you need to look and see what this deposit was today, because you're just not going to believe it. And he goes, that was for 2 weeks? And I said, yeah, that's for 2 weeks. And he goes, this is good. This is a good thing. So what's really changed in a lot of ways for me is that you can't give what you don't have. You can't give time if you don't have it. You can't give money if you don't have it. And we like to give. And so we can, again, extra tithing for church, which is just normal, but just being able to give money to people who need it, or spend it on somebody who would never ask for it, just do some simple things like that. I'm much freer in spending even things that I might just want or desire, but I don't really need. I'm thinking I need them now a little bit more. We've been wanting to take the grandkids and their parents, our kids, like on a Disney cruise or something. It's always just been kind of a pipe dream. Yeah. One day, someday that might happen, but we'll see. We're fine how everything's going. Well, suddenly that is like, we could start planning that. It's kind of makes me tearful just to think that we can have that money and just kind of blow it on something fun like that for everybody. I just think it would be really fun, but you can't give what you don't have. So this business has just given me a new freedom to help people. Like there's a couple people in the business that need a lot of help with what they're doing for health reasons and whatever. I said, if you want this to work, you're going to have to invite the people, but I will help you do whatever needs to happen. And so people are getting their kits rebated and different things are happening. And everybody loves Pampered Chef. It's just crazy. And one thing I hate to spend money on is a dentist, but I now actually went to a dentist last week. I know that sounds kind of silly, but that's money when you don't have insurance and you like dental insurance and whatever, you need money to be able to do that. So we're talking to these new people, and Pampered Chef came up, surprise, and they said, "Oh, do you sell Pampered Chef? I've been looking for somebody." And I said, "Well, I've been looking for somebody to host a party here in the next week." And they're like, "Get back in touch with me." So, and my husband's sitting there going, "Huh." So he said it to the next person, and they responded the same way to him. It's a great business. Everybody loves the product, so you don't have to sell it. You just let people know you have it and they'll come buy it. So I appreciate Melody's encouragement, and the fact that she would give me a few minutes to just share craziness that goes on in my life. And I'm very thankful for Misty and for Trisha. And it's fun renewing that friendship with Trisha again. I can't wait to see her in person. I've missed Matt's laugh. For 15 years, probably haven't heard that laugh from him. So anyway, thank you very much. I would encourage you guys to go fast, because the money is a little bit bigger when it's fast. So I can't wait till the third month. Have it happen again.
Yay.
It's going to be great.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I've enjoyed watching your success, and you're right, you're doing it fast, but the reward is great. You know, when you fast track and you get that extra cash, it is definitely, you know, and then you're going to do it 3 months in a row. I have no doubt. And you're going to get another 500. And I bet you have someone that promotes under you too. So, yep.
Yeah.
So you're definitely on the right path. So thank you for sharing with us. I really appreciate it. So, okay, Leslie. Oh, yes, and she's got her director shirt on. I love it. It's so cute. So cute. Okay, Leslie, do you want to do our next part here for us?
Okay, so have you got it loaded?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it. Go ahead and get started. I'll see if I can find it here.
Yes. Okay, I will. So yeah, what we're going to talk about right now is belief. And so belief is what we tell ourselves every day, and then what we do tell ourselves, our mind actually believes that. And then, so you have to believe in the power of you. Do you believe that you can do, be, or have anything you want in life if you're willing to work hard enough for it? So we're going to do a little activity. I want you to think of giving a number 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest, and be honest with yourself. So do you believe you can build your skills and succeed in reaching your booking and recruiting goals? Do you believe you can promote to director in 30 to 90 days? Do you believe you can be a strong leader for your team? So were you happy with those numbers that you were thinking in your head? Or do you think you need to work on those numbers a little bit? Because believing is a huge, huge part of being successful. And in fact, it can change your whole life, not just your business, but your whole life. Okay, so we are on slide 6, I believe. Yeah. So this is the belief triangle. And it's a revealing way of looking at the power of belief. Remember, your beliefs are determined by what you tell yourself every day. And then the belief triangle shows us that belief determines actions, and actions determine results, and those results reinforce your beliefs. So if you're looking at it in a slightly negative fashion, you might say, people are so busy today, they don't have time to add another commitment to their life, like a Pampered Chef business. And I find myself doing this one all the time because I know how busy people are. But anyway, let's go along here and then we'll see how it can change. And so your action when you tell yourself that every day is you don't ask your host 5 times, you don't ask every party guest, and you don't post those posts about the opportunity in your parties. So your results, of course, is you're not recruiting on a consistent basis. But what if you change it around to where you're telling yourself this new belief instead of that people are so busy, that if you tell yourself Pampered Chef is an amazing opportunity for anyone, and lots of people need more income and will find time for what's important to them. So your new action would be, I ask every host 5 times, I ask every party guest, and I post about the opportunity in my virtual parties. And then your results will be that you recruit consistently and you achieve multiple 4-in-1 cycles every month. In order for you to succeed, you must believe you can. And you have to believe that you can do, be, and achieve anything you want in your business, but you do have to work for it. If you're struggling with that belief, focus on what we're going to do here in, what's it called now? It used to be called something else, Fast Track, that we're going to help you with those beliefs, because you definitely have to have a positive belief. You were chosen to be a part of this for a reason, and we want to see you succeed. If you're struggling with belief, one way to change that is to start using positive affirmation. I know y'all have been talking about that a little bit already, but today we're going to add some more affirmations to what you've already been doing. But positive affirmations describe specific outcomes, and we want you to, and so today we're going to add 4 more. The I am is specific, and you want to train your mind to hear that every day, actually twice a day. So what you're going to do is you're going to tell it to yourself in the morning first thing, so you start your day with it and it kind of lives with you all day. And then you're going to tell it to yourself again right before bed, so you kind of mull it all night long. And you don't just read it, you have to say it out loud. Saying out loud makes it that more believable to you. So we're going to add 5 more. We're going to, these are some examples that I am a director. I am booking 5 parties a week. I am offering the business to every host 5 times, and I am a strong recruiter. You can, if those aren't exactly what you're working for, then you can change it to what you're working for. But write them in a affirmation like that, like it's already happened. And never forget that your brain isn't as smart as you think it is. It really will believe what you tell it on a consistent basis. Mm-hmm. So take just a second to write down your 5 affirmations, and then Melody's gonna talk to you some more about partnering with your host.
And guys, if you need more time to do these, you guys can do them later as well. But I really want to see you sharing these affirmations, guys. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Miracle Morning, but the Miracle Morning, you can find it on YouTube. You just type in Miracle Morning, and it'll bring up about an 1.5 hour video. And it's all about just the positive affirmations that you're going to fill your head with, in the morning, whether it's reading your Bible, reading, some sort of encouraging, book, whatever it is that can help you get started in the morning, the right way. It just really helps focus on the positive, because so much of this business, guys, especially when you're going for things like directorship, you are going to need to be filling your head with things that are positive. Okay. And if you have it written down in front of you, if you have these affirmations and you speak them over and over and over again, the crazy thing that our brain does is your brain starts believing it. Okay. And it is amazing when you train your brain to believe these things, what will happen. Okay. When you speak, these affirmations, you speak this positivity, because otherwise, a lot of times your brain can get bogged down with the negativity. Okay, the negativity can creep in, it can take over and makes you feel like you're not going to achieve what you need to in this business. So wherever you sit in your house and you can see these affirmations, I want you to hang them, whether it's on your mirror in your bathroom, whether it's by your bed, whether it's by your desk, wherever you can see the affirmations that you're going to come up with, I want you to put them in a place, whether it's in your car, somewhere hanging in your car. Okay. I want you to see, that I'm booking these parties. I am going to become a director. I'm offering this business to every host 5 times. Okay. Whatever affirmation you come up with, they are I am statements. Okay. So, I want to see these. Okay. So be sure to post on our page when you come up with your 5, because I want to see what you're coming up and what you're going to be using for affirmations. Okay. All right. So with host coaching, okay, we know with our hosts, it is super important, to build a positive relationship with them. Okay. Having that relationship is going to make them trust you. Okay. And it's going to have them listen to you. So when you ask them to do things in the party, they're going to want to do it because you've built that relationship with them. Okay. Coming from someone that used to do only cooking shows, because I didn't used to have virtual parties, I just had cooking shows. So I really had to figure out, how am I going to take this virtual experience and make it like I was at a cooking show where I could talk to these guests. I could get to know them. I can find out, how do they know Susie? How many kids do they have? What's their favorite Pampered Chef recipe? That was things that was common knowledge at my cooking shows, because that's the things we talked about. Okay. So translating that into virtual parties, you're trying to figure out, with your host, having that kind of relationship in a way that's spoken, maybe over texting, maybe over, Facebook Messenger. So it's a little bit trickier to have that relationship, because you're not necessarily, speaking to them, in a group setting, but you can absolutely do it. So one of the things that I do, if you guys have been on the new consultant training, I call every single host. Every single host gets a phone call from me. And if you guys haven't seen that on the new consultant training, be sure you hop on. I'll be doing one next week, and I go over on that, the exact call that I do with each of my hosts. And guys, I will say, and I think I posted this yesterday, because Carol Radu did a post about the difference that a host coaching call can make. And at the beginning of this month, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try sending a message and doing it that way. And I tried that for a few weeks, and I will be honest, I did not have the results in my parties that I was used to. And so I went back this week and I started calling. I called all 5 of my hosts this week. It's a 5-minute phone call, so it took me 25 minutes total for all of them. But I just feel like when I'm asking them to do things, they've already heard me talk to them about it. And so it's just a totally different outlook. Okay. We're developing that relationship. So you also, what I have started doing is putting all of my hosts into a group message. Okay. So all my hosts for that week, I add them in there on Saturday once their pre-party posts start, and say, you are my host for this week. Thank you so much for being in here. And then every single step of the way, I encourage them. So I've posted things like, yay, so-and-so got the first order. Okay, so I posted that in there. I also post things when they qualify as a party. So-and-so has $200, yay. And lots of gifts. I post gifts all the time, like "you rock, girl," and people dancing and just all kinds of, and then they usually put back, their gifts too. And the other people say, "Congratulations." So the hosts are encouraging each other as well. And they're recognizing. So one of my hosts had ghosted me. I don't know. I don't understand why she responds in the group message, but she won't respond to a personal message from me. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. But so she's responding in there, you know, asking questions and doing things in this personal group message. So, but anything, you know, post is at 400 now, and that has the other ones messaging me, well, where am I at exactly? Because they see that others are having the success, and so they want it too. So I really, really do encourage you to do that if you have not tried that yet, because it really does work as far as inspiring them. Okay, so you see that right there. It's to inspire and create that enthusiasm for their parties. Okay. And then I communicate with the host every day, encourage them to participate, comment on the post, tag people. If they don't have that 30 to 40 people, I'm telling them, you know, invite more. So-and-so has 40 people. Yay, they're getting a recipe book from me. So it encourages every single host to have those 40 people, okay? So I have really enjoyed this, and it really has helped with the success of my parties. Okay, so here is an example of something that I do for bookings. Okay, so I do this on my 3rd day of the party. Okay, so I already kind of, one of the posts in the outline, it talks about the 1, 2, 3, or 4, you know, and so I kind of already know some people that have put 3 that they may be interested in a party, but this really, really helps kind of seal the deal on some of them. So this is an example. So let's help the host get a free gift from me. All you have to do is book one of these fun online virtual parties. You'll get a free half-price product and a 60% off item. Plus, Debbie's going to get a 50% off item from the party. Who's in? This is all in that virtual party schedule that I go over in new consultant training, by the way. So I have all the pictures there, because if someone already booked a party, you're not going to put this one. You're going to put the one that I think Christy Steed made this picture, if I remember correctly. She usually puts out these. But you can see, then what I do from this is I take a picture of it, picture of the post, and I send it to I send this part individually, because I take a picture of each of their own parties. So I take a picture of it and I say, hey, I just posted this in your party. Can you jump on there and tag 3 people that you think may be interested in hosting a party? And I say, you know, remember, our goal is to have 3 hosts. Okay, so we want to have those 3 hosts. You're going to get whatever it is, you know, that you choose, free shipping, this kind of gift, summer product, you know, whatever it is, if you get 3 bookings. So like, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so the host comes in here. Okay, I'm doing Danielle McDowell's party right now. I'm doing Amber Williams' party. I did hers last week. Okay, so these people that she tagged, they are people that ended up doing a party for me. Okay, so this is something that helps me and helps me, you know, be specific in nailing down those people. Okay, then this is what I do following that up if I don't see that they got, you know, that they still didn't get very many parties. So I message the host first this. Hey girl, remember how I told you that you get a half price item from everyone that books from you? I also told you if you can find 3 people to host a party, I add $50 in free product to your host order. Those of you that heard me talk about on the new consultant training, it's not actually $50 that I am spending on this. So if you want to know how to do that, come to the new consultant training. You pick out what extra is that you want to add. I'm going to send you some wording you can send out. Please send it to 10 people. Thank you for commenting, playing the games. Remind them today's usually a slower commenting day. So if you can tag some people in the post and do some gifts to see if they'll comment, that would be great. Okay. So then what I have them do is I have them message this out. Now you can take it a step further. Okay. Which I have started doing is you can have them add you and the person into this message when they send this. And this is what I found. At first I was like, man, that's kind of intrusive, you know, just add them and have me ask this. But here's the thing, I got to thinking, this is what I do at a cooking show. If I'm standing there at the counter and Susie says, hey, Jamie, you would rock this, you need to do a party. And Jamie goes, you know, you're right, that wine, cheese, and chocolate party, that sounds kind of fun. Maybe I should do it. Okay, a lot of times the hosts are calling out their friends right there in front of me. So how is it really any different if they add me to a group message and say the same thing? Okay, so what I can control better though is a lot of times my host would come back and say, you know, no one responded. They don't want to do a party. But what I was finding is if I was in that message with them and I saw that they saw the message but didn't say anything back, Then I could come in with my own message and say, oh my goodness, I would love to do a party for you. I promise I make it super easy and fun. You know, what do you think? Would you like to do one of these? And sometimes then after I say that, then they would respond. When I sometimes got from the host, yeah, they're just not responding. Well, I could see why. Okay. People saw the message. They didn't say anything back and then they moved on. Okay. But when I took the opportunity to jump in, that's when they changed their mind. Okay. So I have found that this also helps with getting those bookings. Okay, so we're going to change a little bit. Now, guys, if you're like, man, I need some more ideas for bookings, guess what? Starting on Thursday, our whole organization is going to have a booking blitz. In this booking blitz, I'm going to be giving you some ideas. We're going to be tossing beach balls back and forth to each other. So when you see me set up and announce this booking blitz, be sure to jump in there because there's going to be many more ideas for bookings in this booking blitz. Okay, so be sure to jump on that on Thursday. All right, so as we jump into asking the host 5 times. Okay, first off, I want to share with you guys something because I know several of you on here right now maybe you're new. Okay, maybe you're having some trouble maybe getting in the flow of what recruiting looks like for you, asking that question. I will tell you, when I first started, I was terrified to ask anyone about the business. Okay. I didn't necessarily have anyone helping me in the business. So the thought of trying to help someone else when I knew nothing myself and no one was helping me terrified me. Okay. But here's what I've learned along the way in the last 8 years. If I don't say something to my host, if I don't ask them, okay, then even if they say no, okay, that may not mean no forever. Because I have had people that are currently on our team say no to me for 4 years. 4 years they did parties for me and said no to me. Until one day she reached out to me and said, you know what, I think I do want to try this now. If I wouldn't have asked her, she would have never reached back out to me. Okay. Also, we have a director on our team that reached out to me out of the blue. She found me online on the website. She had attended several Pampered Chef parties. Not one single host ever asked her about the business. So when she really wanted to join, she just got on the Pampered Chef website and typed in someone in her area and found me and reached out to me and said, I really want to join this business. No one has ever asked me, and I have wanted to be a consultant for a while now. So if someone from that party would have asked her, she would have more than likely said yes, but no one did. Okay, you never know someone's circumstances. You never know what this business could do for someone else. We have people on our organization and it has changed their life. And I'm not exaggerating in that. Okay, and I had someone say, why would you ever want to take that blessing away from someone else? Okay, so you don't know unless you ask. And like I said, it could be no. Okay, but that doesn't mean that it could be no forever. Okay, because if you don't ask, they may find Sally who sells something else and does that, or they may go on the website and find someone else when they are ready to sign up. Okay, so getting over that mental block of asking someone, okay, sometimes it's hard, but it will change your business when you get over it. Okay, when you put it and say, you know what, I'm just going to make it a goal to ask every host. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys what asking every host looks like. Okay, asking every host 5 times. And this is not in pushy ways. Okay, so I'm going to share this again. Okay, so 1 week before the party starts. Okay, so one of the cool perks of hosting is that you can get $25 or $50 coupon off any of our starter kits. Have you ever thought about doing something like Pampered Chef? This comes in my call with my hosts. It's number 5, the very last thing I talk to them about. Have you ever thought about doing something like Pampered Chef? They may say no. They may say, I don't know. I've never thought about it. They may say, yeah, I've sold a lot of things. I haven't had success. Okay, and they may say a lot of different things. Okay, but you're going to say, hey, just watch me this week. See if it's something that's interests you. you know, and if you're interested more, I'd love to talk with you more about it. Leave it at that. Doesn't have to be scary. It's just have you ever thought about doing something like Pampered Chef? Okay. So second ask, third day of invites. Okay. Hey girl, one more thing for today. You might have booked a party thinking about this, but if you'd like to spend $99 or pick one of these kits today before your party starts, I'll let you make the money on the show instead of me. Okay. So this is before the party starts. This is something that you could actually switch the party to them and have them be the consultant, have them sign up before their party even starts. Okay, so if it's something that would interest them, this is something that you can share with them. Okay, another way to ask, your party's rocking. Look at your friends. They love you. They love Pampered Chef. You're going to have an amazing party. Have you given any more thought to trying this yourself? Looks like you would have a good support system. So when they have that rocking party, you can point out, man, everyone loves this. You would have so much support if you tried this. I can tell your friends, you know, would love to help you give this a shot. Okay, so last day of the party. Would seriously love to have you on our team. You are so fun. You've done a wonderful job posting, interacting. I have no doubt you would rock this. You want to give it a whirl. Okay, and then before you close it up, I just want to double check, make sure you don't want to take advantage of that kit credit coupon. Now, let me say, if they just flat out said, no, I am not interested, okay? As much as that may say no for now, okay? I'm not going to just keep pushing them if they flat out say, no, I'm not interested at all, but thank you, okay? Now, what I may say, if they just say a flat out no at the beginning, once their party is showing some success, I may say, oh my goodness, I knew you were going to be great at this. Are you sure that you haven't thought about it? Because it looks like you would really have a great support system. So saying something like that in the middle when they first tell you no, because I will tell you, there are people on our team, maybe people on this first call, that did not say yes when someone asked you. You may have flat out said no. Okay? But sometimes it took that extra couple times of saying something else, okay, to get a different response. Okay, so be sure that you're double checking with people. Be sure that you're asking, okay? Make yourself a note that says, I will ask my hosts, okay? And know that you're not gonna have a party. Make a commitment to yourself to not have a party where you don't talk to the host about it, okay, in some way, okay, in more than one way. Okay, I wanted to, before we do our call to action here, I did want to share with you guys one thing that I pulled up. Let me find, okay. So talking about bookings, okay, and this wording, once again, is on the virtual party schedule that I share in New Consultant Training, okay? So these are messages that I sent people from my business page. Now, I sent them from the comments, okay? I have the option to switch over to New Facebook. If you don't know what that is, look right here. When you drop down, see how it says switch to New Facebook? Not everyone has this option, but you need to check and see if you do. Okay, if you have the option to switch to New Facebook, when you are in the parties on your business page, when someone makes a comment under a post, you'll see like, you'll see where you can respond, or you will say message. Okay, I hit the message and this is what comes up. Okay, so this one, for instance, what is the #1 Pampered Chef item on your list? I send it from this one. So that's why you see this picture. It shows what I'm sending it from. Okay, so this wording you're going to see on every single one of them. You are a rock star in this party. I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but I think you would make an amazing, oh, this is for host. All you have to do is exactly what already has been in the party, but you're going to get the free half price and discounts. This month and the beginning of next month are double free. Okay, so talking about this month, which means you get double the amount of free that you would typically get. It is the month that my hosts wait to do their parties in each year. What do you think? Would you be interested in doing a June or July party? I'm going to show you a few of my messages here and their responses. Okay. She said, thanks. I'm actually having a party next week that I booked off another friend a month or so ago. I would be interested in having a party again in August. Do you live in Oklahoma? My daughter wants to have a party at her house, but we don't know any consultants that are local. I said, I do live in Oklahoma. Where do you live? She lives on the south side of Tulsa. So I told her I travel, you know, we could figure out the restriction stuff. She said, let me talk to her tomorrow. Okay. She said, she's interested in having one in August or September. Okay. So that's an example of one of the people in this party. Let me find another one here. Okay, so this one, same post. Okay, this one I tried to send her a message as something else and she didn't see it. And the host kept saying, hey, she's sending you messages, and she wasn't seeing it. So I said, and this is the thing, guys, this is why I know sending messages works. I had tried sending her a regular message multiple times. Didn't see it, didn't see it. I sent her one from the comment. 5 minutes later, she had a response to me. Okay, this goes directly to their message, not that hidden weird one that you have trouble finding. Okay, so it makes it super easy. So she said, sure, I just want to make sure it's during double points. Okay, and I told her when I would start it. And then she gave me her information. I said, we're going to work hard to get you there. I'm going to give you lots of tips. Okay, so because she was, I'm not sure I'll do as well as Amber, which is who she booked off of. Okay. Okay, so, and then we figured out we have some friends in common. Okay, she actually attended one of my cooking shows several years ago. Okay, so that's an example. This one here, this is a message. This is from this one. So I was going through different posts. This one was, do you like taco or pizza? Okay, nothing too serious, but sent the exact same message. And she said tacos, of course, because she was responding to this. And she said, sure, sounds fine. So I said, yay, I'd love to do a party. You were great in Leanne's party. Would starting at June 27th work for you? It would run June 27th through July 3rd. Let me check. Didn't get back to me right away. Okay, notice that I didn't just let it lie. I wanted to check in with you, see what date would work to start a party. Need to look into a date in July. Thanks so much. She said July would be better. Okay, so I gave her my dates for July. 18th. Okay, so I had her give me her information. I'll get a packet in the mail. I'll contact you the week of the party to go over the details. No problem. Hope out works out good. Sounds great. Okay, so that's another example of one. Okay, here's another one. Okay, sent the exact same wording from the taco or pizza post. I may be interested in hosting one in July. Sent the dates that I still have open. Most of my teacher friends don't get paid until the 20th. Okay, let's do it. Here. I said, okay, I'm excited to do one for you. Can you get me your information? Sent the information. I'll get a packet in the mail. Okay, great. Okay, you guys seeing the repetition with this? Okay, I'm sending it to the active people in the party. I'm sending the exact same message, and these are the results that I'm getting. You guys have this wording because it's in that document. Okay, so everyone has this wording that I'm sending. It's short, it's simple, it's to the point. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you before we move on to the last thing here. Where's my, there it is. Okay, all right, so Leslie, I think that we're at you with the call to action here.
All righty. So, yeah, we've got just a few things, kind of like your assignment. So what we want to do is be sure and come to the meeting again next week. And it'll still be on Tuesday, right, Melody?
Yes, it'll be the last one for this month.
Okay, so yeah, Tuesday at 8:30. And be prepared to talk about your parties, bookings, and recruit leads like you did today. Continue your 10 to 30 contacts a day for booking and recruiting. Book 12 new parties from your current parties. And then take immediate action on implementing the following. Write your 5 affirmations if you haven't done that yet. And remember, like Melody said, to post them somewhere where you can see them at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, and read them aloud to yourself at least twice a day. And start asking your host, every host, 5 times. And start using the host booking challenge like we were talking about, where she sends the message with you and, creates that little group where you can contact the people in the party to create the bookings, and then create an online guest survey. We didn't really talk about that tonight. And then keep adding names to your list of contacts and your hot list for recruiting and your follow-up lists. And then we are going to assign a couple of other assignments, like in Coffee Talk or something like that. So we will post what your 2 little assignments will be after this meeting is over.
Will you make this PowerPoint available?
Yes, I can. Yes, I
That
can
would
do
be great.
Yeah.
Hey, Melody.
Yes.
Can you make the asking new hosts and stuff like that? Can you make that available in Word or like Google Doc or something like that? Because I can't get into the Evernote. I have it downloaded, but every time that you put something in Evernote, it tells me, when I click on it, it tells me about blank, and that's it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong on it.
Which document are you wanting?
The talking about
The host coaching?
being a new consultant, and then in the host coaching, yes.
Yeah, I can do the host coaching one is in Word already written out. It's in Word, but it's at the bottom of that Evernote document, which you probably are having trouble getting into.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the Word doc, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. It's at the bottom, so if you weren't able to get into Evernote, then you wouldn't have been able to see it. I'm curious to see what, maybe try to get in. I'll send you the Evernote link and try to get into it and show me pictures of what you're seeing, and maybe I can see if I can help you figure out how to get into
Okay.
the document. So you can get into that. Because it's easiest to share in that, just because with the pictures and the wording, it just shows up better. It's easier to copy and paste it to it.
Okay.
But yeah, I can see kind of what's going, see if we can figure out what's going on with your Evernote there. Does anyone, I'm going to stop the recording here, and then we'll have some